Yeah. Yeah. So this also fits into a grid of the process of maturation. And the most refreshing people that we're ever around are the ones that we know we could trust to be in any scenario with us and make it better. Uh, that's the grounds for our trust with anybody because we know such a person has wisdom. And it begs the question, what is wisdom? Okay? Wisdom is knowing what to do with your knowledge, right? Knowledge is the access to information that you have. And you have probably met a lot of very intelligent people that you regard otherwise as fools. Okay? They might be a math wizard, or they might be able to quote chapter and verse from every book of poetry that's ever been written, but they can't relate their way out of a paper bag. Okay? And we can see that contrast. So we can't live without wisdom. And inside of the term and what it implies, wisdom is something that has to be sought. We don't come out of the womb with it. It's what we do with the information that we gather. Are we aiming to learn how to align that information with what is good for the whole? Okay, am I a wise person accordingly? And in the work context and in the spousal context and in all of the places in life where we live and move and have our being, the process of maturation is really one of shedding notions of being served, shedding notions where I look for rescue, and taking on responsibility for myself, my relational life, in a way that is progressive, a way, in other words, that increases over time. And the rubric for that ends up being to face more of my days with the question before me, how can I serve? Okay, and to what ought I serve? As opposed to, how will I be served today? And who is going to serve me in my needs and in my interests? And so I begin to become less the victim and more the agent of generative change in the spaces that I inhabit. And that includes my work, where most people spend the bulk of their waking hours. Okay? And for example, if we have a cantankerous boss, I don't go straight to the HR department if my work structure allows for that. I maybe go straight to them. And I take responsibility for myself, so I don't farm out my own agency. I engage this person with a request to be related with increased honor. I tell the truth about the things that I bump into when I'm confronted with them. And I summon the courage to be able to speak a true word to them in the hope that our relationship can improve. So instead of looking for a government or a structure to come and rescue me, I become the agent of change. I take responsibility. And my freedoms in that territory, freedom to, those begin to increase.